The super fight between Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard was on everyone's mind. But Sugar Ray continued to shy away from making the fight.
You gotta make some of that money. I'm tired of people telling me how generous he is and how good friends we go. If I'm such a good friend, give me that big payday then. That's what we want. We want to show real artists and everything else out there, and I believe that it's us that can do it. All right.
Marvin wanted to be called Marvelous. We ran up against the guy who was in charge of ABC Sports, and he said, if you want us to use the name Marvelous Marvin, go to court.
So that's what he did. Marvin had his name legally changed, forcing ABC to address him as Marvelous Marvin Hagler during broadcasts.
And so what's left is to get on with it now. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Marvelous Marvin Hagler is his given name now. He had his name legally changed.
There you go.
Hagler, until a few months ago, reckoned to be 30 years old when he changed his name to Marvelous. They discovered on his birth certificate that he was really 28.
So Marvelous is very much a part of it. Bob Arum has said, in regard to the fact that he sold out this house in 24 hours, that Marvin Hagler has finally arrived as an American hero. He himself says, since I've been champion, Ray, I'm getting meaner.
He then set his sights to Tony Simpson.
Well, he's worked so hard to be the undisputed middleweight champion. And Hagler's a very proud champion, Barry.
Hagler very sharp early on here.
Look at a weak counter. Oh, I don't blame him.
Marvin Hagler not one to waste a lot of punches. The shots from Hagler snapped the head of Tony Simpson back.
Oh my God, no way he's
Marvin
coming
Hagler
up now.
scores with an inordinate number of punches. He just does not waste a lot of punches.
Hagler delivered possibly his most complete and polished performance.
So precise.
Befuddling Tony Simpson.
A jolting right hand, a looping right hand.
So Hagler just destroyed him, and when he was interviewed afterwards, Tony Simpson described the experience of being locked up in a cage of pain and watching Marvin Hagler throw away the key.
That's what it's looking like. Sheesh, come on! Come on!
He's down, and this should be it. To say that Marvin Hagler was impressive would be to make a great understatement.
It would be an understatement. Marvin Hagler, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, he shows so much of boxing technique.
So coming up next here on HBO, the 7th title defense of the champion, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, as he takes on the #1 contender, Wilfred Scipion. From Marvin Hagler, who again has given every indication that he must be ranked amongst the top middleweights of all time.
After making quick work of Wilfred Scipion, Hagler would do battle with the first of the 4 kings. Hands of Stone, Roberto Duran.
You can hear this crowd very much, apparently, in the corner of Roberto Duran.
Be prepared for a flash knockdown.
First round. Listen to this crowd. The crowd is absolutely electric.
A fight between 2 of the best to ever do it.
Hagler scoring more effectively there. That was a good update of the body. And there's a good right hand by Duran.
It did not disappoint.
Ooh, okay.
The 2 fighters stood toe-to-toe in the center of the ring.
You see the...
That time was Hagler with a counter punch, comes back with a right hand.
Hagler was an action fighter who never ran from back-and-forth exchanges.
And there was a left hand. Duran says, no, I'm not hurt. It did stay.
To his credit, Roberto Duran went the distance.
If you want an editorial on this fight, let the crowd give it to you.
The winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
At last, the recognition was coming by way of endorsements. Hagler was the face of boxing.
Grab oneself one of these Red Guard sports sticks, because one would hate to be considered malodorous by one's chum.
Really
The rematch against Roldan was a savage back and forth.
He's strong, we know that. And there's a flash left hand.
And you couldn't have heard him. He only had one knockdown his entire career. It was a bull knockdown.
First time that Marvin Hagler has ever been knocked off his feet. He's not happy about it.
You know that was BS.
The Bulldog Roldan came forward, swinging for the fences.
Oh.
And there was a good right hand by Roldan. Both men were shook.
But his granite chin absorbed Roldan's best shots. Then, with one stiff jab, the momentum turned. This punch opened a deep slice over Roldan's eye.
Roldan hurt by Hagler. There he's down between the ropes. And the left eye. It is closed.
It was now just a matter of time.
Seconds. Oh, come on. It's
Right on the eye.
Yeah, on the butt.
There was a right hand, and Juan Domingo Roldan goes down. And let's see if he wants to get up.
After the fight, the usual questions about a Ray Leonard matchup were asked.
What about Ray Leonard? Do you see now that this is a fight off in the distance that may never happen? He's right down there. But what are your thoughts about him now? Ask Ray. He's right down there. Ask Ray. Well, we'll ask him, but first you tell us. Ask him. He's all you got to do is sign the papers, man.
Wait, so who was he that I thought was Sugar Ray?
It's a good combination. Stunned hamstring once more.
So Sugar Ray is still
A
ducking
right
it?
hand right behind it. Ham goes down. Beautiful combination. Now you're going to see Marvin Hagler
Wait, he
go
want
to work.
more? He want more?
Whoa, perfect timing.
Woo! Ah, he regretted. On the butt.
Hamco is down. He will not get up. This one is all over.
Sheesh!
A stunning performance by Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
He can't whoop Marvelous Marvin Hagler. That's it. Nobody can whoop me. I'm the best. They won't give me the credit, not even you. But I'm the best. I'm waiting one day to hear you say that I am the greatest. I'm waiting.
Talking about money, you talk about Fort Knox. And this is the only man can never make that possible. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. A fight with this great man, this great champion, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, could be one of the greatest fights in the history of boxing. But unfortunately, it'll never happen.
Here he is, a prop in this one-man play where Ray Leonard humiliates and embarrasses him.
Marvin considered this a slap in the face. Leonard strung him along for years, only to tell him in a crowd of thousands that he was retiring. Meanwhile, Tommy the Hitman Hearns.
And Tommy Hearns was murking mothers like a cobra, man. Just
Yeah, we've seen the Hitman.
That's it, Tim. Anytime you fall forward, the fight's over, Tim. A huge right hand by Thomas Hearns.
And so the super fight between Hearns and Hagler was set.
Confident Thomas Hearns would move up to the 160-pound weight class.
It wasn't the Hitman that you guys spammed. You need to
Keep that
check
belt
him.
by your bed, because it'll be the last time you see it.
pull a little baseball cap on. War.
See, I didn't remember that.
You knew, and I think Thomas Hearns knew that. It was
Sugar Ray
about war
situation with him.
with Hagler.
Did it really end
Great
like that?
fights. I mean, some of the greatest fights of all time, if not the greatest. Some people still argue the Hearns fight.
By the mid-1980s, Marvelous Marvin Hagler had taken on all comers. After 11 title defenses over 5 years, he stood alone.
It was no secret each man had little love for the other. This fight was everything for both of their legacies. Two warriors of historic renown.
Well, it's been voted certainly the greatest round ever, that first round when they went at each other like alley cats.
Obey my command at all times. Shake hands, good luck to both of you.
A lot of speculation coming into this fight, and they just went at it.
Nobody could take Hearns' punches. When Hagler shook it off, I remember thinking, the fight's over.
And for the 8 minutes of mayhem is what it's often referred to. It's an incredible fight.
Boom! Come on, man!
Bangs, Marvin! Oh, Hearns may have hurt him with the right hand!
Possibly the most memorable fight in 30 years of boxing on HBO.
Sheesh, I've never seen! Legs all wide!
A good left by Hagler!
No one would have.
There's blood all over Marvin Hagler's face! Can't tell where it's coming from!
They're going to war. These are two of the best middleweights ever, and they're standing in front of each other going to war.
Working on it, but Hearns uppercutting again. A tremendous rotational first round, and Hearns gets hurt. Great first round. Incredible.
That's first round. Oh my God, what is going like this?
I mean, there's a famous quote that, again, Goody Petronelli told us. He said that when he was in the corner, Hagler said to him, whatever happens tonight, don't stop this fight. I'm prepared to die in the ring.
I remember this. I remember.
Hearns decided to stand right in front of Hagler, and Hagler decided to stand right in front of Hearns.
As you say, though, Hagler turning it into a street fight. Well, he turns righty. He wants it to be a street fight.
Look at that. You never see a response like this. The counter on both sides.
Excuse me, Al. Hagler turns righty. I think this could be a key moment in this fight. For the first time, Hagler switching.
Whoa!
Crazy, right?
Oh, it was amazing. Marvin Hagler made you want to just get out of your house and go running in the snow.
He has Hearns in trouble on the ropes. Tommy trying to punch his way off the ropes. Hagler wants to keep him there. Goes to the body.
Sugar Ray Leonard sitting there like eating his popcorn.
Second round coming to an end. Hagler bloody but very much unbound. Into round two. They said this fight would be determined on heart and the good chin. Right now, that's exactly what it's being determined on. You can throw the strategy out the window right now. Again, Hagler is all bloodied. Time is called by Richard Steele to send Hagler over to the ring doctor. He's calling the ring.
Stand toe to toe and see who's the bigger man. Oh my God, everyone's gonna die.
Oh my God.
Hagler's gonna take you to the end of the earth, man.
Oh my God, the punches.
Hearns turned his back, takes another right. Hearns in deep trouble again. Hearns is down.
That's all you need. That's one hit. Oh, look at the blood. Ay. So much goosebumps.
He can't continue. It's stopping him in the third round. It didn't go very far, but it was a beauty.
Arguably the most action-packed 3 rounds of boxing in history.
It's craziest one I've seen.
Dubbed by boxing fans as the war.
You know, he was so disciplined. That was the thing that I always got out of watching him. Wasn't that he was so wild. He was so mentally strong. He had an iron chin. And his discipline was impeccable.
Hagler had one more quick defense before stepping away for over a year.
Marvin Hagler is the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. Of 62 fights, he's won 52 have been by knockout.
Hagler versus Leonard at last.
He was lured back into action by the return of
say,
an old rival, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Seems that out here, the feeling is everybody wants Leonard to win, of course, with the exception of the New England contingent, but everybody thinks Hagler will.
From Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, if there's a word that describes tonight's activity here at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, it might be finally. We're looking at $100 million gross here in Las Vegas. They're saying this weekend could have the largest economic impact in its history.
He is the challenger and former undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard. WBC middleweight champion of the world, Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
What Leonard did was they conceded on the money and gave Hagler the lion's share of the money.
But you can't let the other guy put rounds in the bank. He's much better as a southpaw, and yet he's fighting orthodox.
But what they insisted on was the size of the ring, so they chose the biggest ring possible because they knew that Leonard was going to spend his time running.
I think Marvin is making a mistake. He's trying to prove that he can outbox Leonard.
Another miss by Hagler, and Leonard made him pay again. That's the end of round 2.
I mean, I know it's different size, but I didn't know.
On my card, Barry, Leonard won the first 2 rounds.
Leonard continues to put a lot of miles on those new sneakers.
Hagler's starting to lose his temper, Tim.
Leonard's confidence is building, and he senses that Hagler's losing his temper.
Tim, right now, Leonard is floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee. Can he keep it up?
They also insisted that it was a 12-round fight, not 15, because he knew that there was questions about Leonard's stamina.
They weren't at their prime then.
Yeah.
I wanted to see those 2 guys in their prime.
Oh, that's
go
low.
at it.
Showboat punch from Leonard. That brought the crowd alive. Many of them to
They're
their feet.
doing it to Leonard's.
It's a great performance by Sugar Ray
How do you
Leonard
say
so
in
far,
English?
Tim. Great performance.
Hagler
his
didn't want to
advantage.
just win. He needed to make a statement.
Let's go back into that round. The best so far by Hagler. Hagler had to make something happen in the 5th round, having given the first 4 to Leonard, and he did. We scored the last one for Hagler.
Leonard stole rounds with quick but flashy flurries in the closing seconds.
Ray is going to have to get that second win, Tim.
Right hand jab starting to land now.
And they're stiff. They're not just little jabs. They're stiff.
In round 5, Hagler switched back to southpaw. The fight quickly turned. It was now all Hagler, clearly the aggressor, chasing and attacking Leonard, with Leonard's shots doing no damage.
Hard to know how this fight would be scored, but it's closer than Marvin Hagler thought it would be going into this last round.
Many, myself included, feel Hagler either won or got the draw.
Look at Ray Leonard. What a cocky kid.
Oh, round 12, last one.
By a split decision, and new middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Oh, really?
The scoring of it, people still argue about it to this day, don't they?
Lost a controversial decision to Sugar Ray Leonard that to this day, I think he
Hagler
won.
was so frustrated by the decision and by obstacles to a potential rematch that he did something no other fighter has done. He walked away from another 8-figure payday and moved to Italy, never to fight again.
He's kept his money, he's kept his health.
And lives a simple life. He says he's won, $40 million in purses over the years. He said, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, but that's the way to do it. How kind of go out at a good prime and then just say goodnight?
Nobody else did it like him.
Yeah.
He just retired and became a movie star in Italy.
I got no other choice.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler returns from the original Indio.
He went to Italy and became a giant movie star.
By all accounts, he lives happily in retirement, managing his money smartly and leaving the sport of boxing with his health.
It's a mental toughness, and that's what I feel. War, that's what's on my mind.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Nobody brings it home like
Oh, wow, you guys.
Nope.
Wow, wow, wow. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. R.I.P. What a story. I see why you guys wanted me to check him out. It's just wow. I feel like it's still, even though it wasn't completely fair, you know, here and there, but he handled himself very well, and seemed like it ended good in his life, handling the money well, moved to Europe, and yeah, really respect him. I'm definitely a fan. Marvin Hagler, I will not forget. Hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in another video.